Hola. Buenos dias. Beautiful sunrise. Day 1-3. Day 1-3 in Puerto Rico. Guys, I just got done reading an article talking about Puerto Rico is going to be open July 15th. Talking about how Puerto Rico isn't open yet. I live here, been here for 12 days, and I'm here to tell you Puerto Rico is open, okay? Puerto Rico's not closed. There's a couple stupid executive orders still in place that don't allow everybody to act as if, nothing has ever happened, but nothing's closed here in Puerto Rico as far as like the airport or getting business done or food or anything like that. A couple government buildings are still closed, maybe like the driver's license place, but the airport's been open. There's no testing. You don't have to wear a mask. Don't let these politically correct and the bullcrap mainstream media and these news sources lie to you about Puerto Rico. You can fly into Puerto Rico and fly out of Puerto Rico just fine, okay? Everything is voluntary, okay? If you want to wear a mask, that's voluntary. If you want to get a corona bug screening when you get to the airport, that is also voluntary, okay? So Puerto Rico is not closed. They've been open since I've been here for 12 days. And before that, it was kind of still open. You could come into Puerto Rico and you could leave to Puerto Rico. There's no, they're not restricting any certain people. Puerto Rico is open, and these people need your business. So start booking your trips and start coming to Puerto Rico and start spending your money here. These local businesses have been suffering because of this corrupted government, and these people have been blindly following orders. Poverty is going to kill way more people than this made-up corona bug, okay? So travel to Puerto Rico, it's open, and come spend lots of money here to the local people who need it. Peace. All right, guys. The mission for today, I'm taking out the trash real quick around the corner, but the mission for today is we are going to go to the northwest side of the island, Aguadilla and Mocha area, the Rincon area, and we're going to look for some housing. I think we have come to the strategic plan to maybe go ahead and rent something for 6 months to a year. That way we can have a little bit more time to find our perfect home. I don't really want to rush into buying anything. That's not smart at all. So I think we're going to go over to the part of the island where we're actually going to settle down, and we're just going to rent part-time and then go from there. So we're going to go over to the northwest side of the island today, look at a couple rent houses, and probably hit the ocean side and visit a little bit over there and make our time well spent rather than just travel over there, look at some houses, and come back. I think we're actually going to spend a little time out there today. Maybe picnic at the beach, snorkel, who knows. I did bring the spear gun and the snorkeling action, so let's get it. In Puerto Rico. Go home, Wendy's. Alright guys, I am sitting here on this little lovely couch, kind of in this foyer area, waiting to to see the inside of this little apartment that we might get for 6 months to a year until we find our forever home. So that's kind of what we're doing. I'll give you all a little video of the foyer and outside area. This seems to be a little neighborhood tucked away on the northwest side of the island. So took us about an hour and a half to get here. The drive is just beautiful, gorgeous the whole way here. Mountains, ocean, trees, wildlife, plants, beautiful. So we're here and we're going to take a look and enjoy our day on the west side of the island. Stay tuned.
We're in Aguada, Puerto Rico.
I think I'm saying it correctly.
Aguada, Aguada. It's either one of the two. Anyways, we're here. Checked out a couple houses and then
We're gonna beach it and explore it on the west side over here. It's beautiful. And just so y'all know, I didn't show you too much of the house because the owner was there, and I don't really want to disrespect anybody, you know, going around doing a video and then posting it online. I don't know. I don't know if that is disrespectful. I just want to try to be considerate, but we checked out two houses, and just for informational purposes, the first one we checked out was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath with lots of room actually, and we just was kind of looking at that as a short part-time to maybe save some money and then get to where we're really going. But that 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house was $600 for the month, and that was all bills included. So just for the people who are trying to think, hey, can I do something like that? Because let me tell you something, I am not rich, don't have a lot of money, but what I am is I know how to be self-reliant and have a very low cost of living and still be happy. So I don't know, you know, different strokes for different folks, so I'm not sure what your needs and wants are, but I'm pretty sure we're all different here. So I'd just give you the basic prices. For $600 a month, you can get that 1-bedroom, 1-bath, all bills paid as well. That's water and electric and trash or whatever. You have to pay your own internet though, so that would be. And then the house we checked out, which you guys got to see just a little quick video of, that was a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, totally unfurnished, and that was $650 a month. However, you're gonna have to pay all the bills and furnish everything and all that stuff. So it's just kind of, you got to play everything into your needs and your wants, and stuff like that. So people are asking all the time, how much does it live in Puerto Rico? What's it cost? Blah blah blah. Well, the cost of getting here is very affordable. The cost of living here is very affordable. But just like pretty much anywhere, it depends on what your needs and wants are, and that's probably how much it's going to cost. I don't need a whole lot, and I don't want a whole lot, so therefore my needs and wants are going to probably be a little bit less expensive than maybe some people's needs. So anyways, let's enjoy the rest of our day at the beach here, shall we? Boom. Woo.
All right, that goes right out to the ocean, and it looks like it's low tide, of course, so it has cut access off to the ocean, and there's all these little crabs and fish back in here, and we're checking it out. It goes right back into the inland in the jungle, and Boo's over there messing around. But I'm gonna show you these crabs that are in here. You could literally come down here and set some crab traps. He's got a piece of fish. Look at this guy. There's another one. You'll see a lot of the times here in Puerto Rico that they have these little courtyards, so to say, areas. Sitting areas. Sometimes they get them near the beach. Sometimes you get them in their little downtown inner city areas. And usually they'll have some cool looking artworks, paintings. Okay guys, we're out here in Rincon, Puerto Rico, a very well-known surfer area. You can see the island off in the distance there. I'll get the proper name of that island for you guys. But this is Rincon, Puerto Rico. Beautiful area. Alright guys, we're in Rincon, Puerto Rico still. Just a different little angle, different view. This is a beautiful area. This is very west side of the island. Very beautiful clear water. Got a very aqua blue color to it. And this is actually Rincon area. From what I understand, and I don't know everything about Puerto Rico, but from the being here the several times that I have and now living here, I've heard Rincon is the area where you can find generally most of your English-speaking people, and gringos, if you will. So if you're a gringo and you want to mix with other gringos, not saying that this is all gringos, I'm not saying that, but from what I understand, typically you'll find more of the gringos over here in this area. But of course, this is Puerto Rico, so you'll see plenty of beautiful Puerto Ricans and plenty of other diversity out here as well, as always in Puerto Rico, everywhere you go, which is such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful area. Love the mountains over there.
No alcohol.
Okay. Sin Don Q. Whipping it up. All right, guys, we're here at the gas station in Rincon, and we're about to head back to the more north central part of the island in Vega Baja. So stopped at a gas station because we were out of gas, and they said freshly baked donuts in there. So I wanted to compare the donuts, gas station donuts compared to the United States, I guess, from where I'm from. And I have to say, these are probably not as good as what we would get at the local bakeries in the neighborhood here in Puerto Rico when it comes to freshly baked goods, but these are pretty good. These are pretty good, and for gas station donuts, I'm gonna have to give it probably like a B. Delicious. What's going on, guys? We are headed back, and I just wanted to share something that I saw driving here. You can see many times as you drive in Puerto Rico that people just live more freely. We just saw somebody, we're kind of caught in a little traffic jam, if you will, which sometimes is normal here in Puerto Rico, but we saw somebody get out at the stoplight, go to the back of their trunk, open the trunk, reach into the cooler and grab a fresh cold beer and just jump right back in. And that is not like a thing that you need to like really hide here in Puerto Rico. I mean, if you did that anywhere in the States, you would be like, what the hell is going on? And probably somebody might even call the cops on you. And then who knows what the hell is going to happen when they show up. I mean, you could even possibly get shot and killed because, I mean, that's what cops do, right? I mean, if you resist, I mean, they could have feared for their life. But anyways, that's besides the point. My point is that people live more freely. That is a normal thing here in Puerto Rico. So, and just seeing that kind of is an awesome thing. So, just wanted to share that with you. We're back to the other side of the island right now. Bam. So we took a detour on the way home, and we went up in the mountains a little bit. We are about, what would it say, 850 feet almost? I mean, we are elevated in the mountains, and this is just stunning. The camera's not doing this justice, I guarantee you. But behind us is huge waterfall that's coming off the mountains there. It's just beautiful. Oh yeah, babe, we can get in there and like, I want to get in there and like feel that water. Oh, don't do that. Oh, wow. Why do you do that? Or beer can. Alright guys, this is kind of why I would rather live in the mountains than near the beach, is because the green is so much more profound and like layered. There's just layers and layers of green. Woo! That's powerful, man. Man, that's powerful. Salto Calor. gorgeous up here. It's a little misty from the rain and clouds around us, but we are about 1,200 feet up in the air now, looking down on the valley and the hills. Just beautiful sauce. One thing I like about this area up here as well, we just passed and I didn't really get a good video of, but there's actually fresh mountain spring water coming right out of the mountain, and we actually saw a direct source of it. It was coming out of the side of the mountain, off to the side of that waterfall that we just saw. It was so amazing. It's probably, once we come out here and actually live out here, it's probably where I'm gonna start collecting my fresh natural spring water straight from the source. It should be a natural resource to humans to just come collect spring water from mountains and actual sources rather than paying for it bottled up in a plastic bottle. Anyways, spring water, I'm all over it. All right, YouTubers, we are back in Vega Baja at the casa. Mi casa es su casa. Sí, es muy cheesy, bonita. Beautiful view. There's that sun heading towards the very northwest. That's west. I thought the sun sets in the west, but it's actually sets in the very northwest of us. For all you flat earthers, that would make very much sense, wouldn't it? But anyways, we're back here at the house, guys. I just wanted to kind of recap today. We had an epic sauce day as we're looking at this epic sauce view, and the tide is getting a little bit swelling up, if you will. We're having a little bit more waves come in. As you'll see over the next couple days, they'll get bigger and bigger. But we are back at the house, like I said, and just going to relax with the wife. We did a bunch of driving today, a lot more than I thought. And I just want to say, if you have motion sickness or you have vertigo issues and maybe driving may not be one of your things, up and down hills or, you know, down fast through quick curves, I reached out to a friend of mine who lives here. People that I've been following on YouTube, Earth Healing Roots. So if you want to know more about people who live in Puerto Rico, I highly recommend you go over to Earth Healing Roots and subscribe to their channel. Very wonderful family who lives up on the northwest side of the island, I believe. But anyways, I reached out to her and I said, hey man, when you got here, did you have issues a little bit with motion sickness or vertigo or anything like that? And she said, yeah, my kids did, but just gave them some ginger and they were fine. So I was like, man, I'm gonna try some ginger because I had some vertigo issues and maybe some motion sickness stuff driving up and down the hills like crazy. And I drove for 5 hours today, all up and through the hills from sea level to 1,200 feet in the air. And I had one thing with me all day that I just kept kind of snacking on with different things, chip and dip, hummus, and then I put a little jengibre in there, which is ginger in Spanish. And I just want to send a huge thank you to Earth Healing Roots for turning me on to ginger, because I just felt wonderful through the whole day. And I didn't feel any really hardcore motion sickness or anything like that. So I just want to send a big thank you to them. And I also want to give that knowledge and that tip of information to other people who might have been dealing with such things similar to that. So we went through the hills, and I have been reminded why I want to live in the hills more so closer to the beach like this. I definitely want to get up in the hills. It is so much more lush and green and forest and just life, and I love that area. So I'm gonna start looking for some places in the hills. Now, the places that we looked at today were actually very near the beach, and kind of, you know, to sum it up, really maybe didn't fit our needs the best that we want. So I think we're gonna have to go to the drawing board and come up with some more options here. But we have some time. I wouldn't say plenty of time, but we do have some time, and so we're gonna go back to the drawing board and see what we can do about finding a place maybe in the hills a little bit more. But oh my God, it was so beautiful today.
the lush, the green, the life. This island has so much life, it's beautiful. This could possibly be the end of my vlog on day 1-3 here in Puerto Rico. It was a magnificent day. We got a lot done. We saw a whole bunch, and just got to see what more this island can provide, and the beauty in it, and so much more. I love living here after 13 days. I can't wait to see 13 more days. So, and I hope to bring it with you guys. So hey, do me a favor, press the like button if you will, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and pass this around and tell people what it's like to follow somebody that lives in Puerto Rico and who loves freedom, of course, right?